the product is divided into two categories. One is a tangible good and another one is a intangible good. This marketing mix is a set of tool or the marketing tool or the tactics that we supposed to use in the marketing activity. Earlier, the marketing strategy was whatever the product that is manufactured by the manufacturer, it must be purchased by the consumer. Whatever the product that we are supposed to manufacture, it must be in demand in the minds of the customer. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Mr. Hemant Kumar from the Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. This is session 1 of the subject Retail Management of Unit 4, that is Retail Marketing Mix for 5th semester BCom students. This is the agenda of today's session. We are going with the concept of a retail marketing mix, concept of a product, decisions related to selection of goods or the merchandise management, decisions related to the delivery of service. So, this is a very important unit in the exam point of view. More than 30 marks of the questions will be asked in the same unit. So, in this unit, we are going to study 4 pieces of marketing mix. The first one is a product, second one is a price, followed by place and promotion. We are supposed to study the 4 pieces of the marketing mix. So, as I said, this is a very important unit in the exam point of view. So, especially the concept of a product, price, place and promotion, it plays a very vital role in the retail management. So, let us study each and every topic individually. Retail marketing mix. What is this retail marketing mix? Marketing mix is a set of marketing tool or tactics. So, this marketing mix is a set of tool or the marketing tool or the tactics that we supposed to use in the marketing activity. Used to promote a product or a service in the market and sell it. So, we are supposed to promote the product, not only promoting the product, to sell the product. Why the promotional activities is required? To sell the product. What is the main intention of a retailer? So, maximization of profit, maximization of the sale. It is a main intention of each and every retailer. Here in the retail marketing mix, what is the intention of a retail marketing mix? To market the product, to introduce the product for the society and also to sell the product to the society by using the marketing tools or the tactics or the strategies or master plans. This retail marketing mix is about positioning a product and deciding it is to sell in the right place at a right price at a right time. So it is a thinking in advance. It is like a planning process. So they are supposed to sell the right product at a right time at a right price for the right customer. It is a marketing strategy. It is going to give an idea regarding what kind of the product must be sold and who are our target customers and when the product must be sold and when the manufacture of the product must be made. It is going to give the answer for all these questions. Which one? The retail marketing mix. The product will then sold according to the marketing and the promotional strategy. So, product will be sold according to the marketing and the promotional strategy. So, after making all the master plans or the using the strategy, it is the next step is the execution of the plan. So, how we had planned in advance, we are supposed to execute in the same way. The components of marketing mix consist of 4 P's. So, as I said, the components of a marketing mix, it consists of 4 P's, that is product, price, place and promotion. So, this 4 P's plays a vital role in marketing of every product or a service, right? So, this is the very important P. It may be the product, what kind of the product or a service that the entrepreneur is going to offer to the society. It is a decision-making process, what to manufacture, how to available the product or the service to the customer. That is product. price. So this price also plays a vital role in the decision making process in the sales of a good, because the customers are price sensitive, because they are going to purchase the product only if the product is worth for the money that is afforded by the customer. Place. So place plays a vital role again. So where the goods had manufactured and where the goods are being sold in the market. How to sell the goods that is manufactured and how to manufacture the good, and in which place the customers are available and in which place we have to make available the goods to the end users of the commodity. Then the promotional activities. As we know, without promotion no goods will be sold, because all the customers, they must be aware of the product, only then they can make a purchase decision. So this promotional activities give the idea about the product in the minds of the customers. It is going to represent the benefits of the product, uses of the product, and also the differentiation of one brand of product to another brand of product. It is through the activity, that is the promotional activity. It may be marketing, it may be advertising. In the business sector, the marketing manager plan a marketing strategy taking into consideration all the 4 P's. So here, as we know, who is going to do the market plan? So the marketing manager is responsible to do the market plan or the master plan, right? So he is responsible for making this market plan using the 4 P's of marketing mix. He must utilize 4 P's of marketing mix. I repeat: product, price, place, and promotion. By utilizing this 4 P's of marketing mix, he is going to do the marketing strategies. Among 4 P's, this is the first P. This unit 4 of retail management, that is retail marketing mix, is classified into 4 categories, that is 4 P's of marketing. So that is part A, part B, part C, and part D. Part A, product; part B, price; part C, place; and part D, it is promotion. So we are going to study each and every concept in depth individually. So what is this product? So as we know, product is something which is expected by the customer, that it must be provided by the manufacturer by converting the raw materials into finished goods. So as we know, the product is divided into 2 categories. One is a tangible good and another one is a intangible good. Tangible good is nothing but the merchandise goods which is tangible in nature, which we can touch and we can feel. So intangible goods are nothing but the services that is provided by the retailer or the expertised people to satisfy the customer needs and wants. So these are all the 2 things that we are supposed to study in the product, that is the first P of retail marketing mix. So what is this product? A product is a commodity produced or built to satisfy the needs of the individual or the group of people. So why we are supposed to manufacture the product? We are supposed to manufacture the product to satisfy the customers. So it is built just to satisfy the needs and wants of the customer. So what happens if we are keep on manufacturing the product but it is not at all demanded by the customer? It is just a waste of time and money, right? In the same way, so whatever the product that is demanded by the customers, that we are supposed to manufacture a same kind of the product. Here they are going to say that product is a commodity produced or built. So either the product can be produced or it can be built by somebody else to satisfy the needs of an individuals or a group of people. So whom they are going to satisfy? It is not only the individual customers but also the group of customers. The product can be intangible or tangible, as it can be the form of service or a goods. So as I explained earlier, there are 2 kinds of product. One is tangible product and another one is intangible product. So tangible product is nothing but the goods that is tangible in nature, which we can touch and feel. So the intangible goods, we call them as a services which is intangible in nature. So only we can see the effects on the results of the particular service. So we can see the effects on the results, that is nothing but the service which is rendered by the expertise people. It is important to do the extensive research before developing a product. So what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to do the extensive research before developing a product. Why we are supposed to make the research? Because whatever the product that we are supposed to manufacture, that is customer centric. So whichever the product that is demanded by the customer, we are supposed to manufacture the product as per the wish, as per the taste and preferences of the consumers. So there are two marketing strategy that is used by the entrepreneurs. Earlier, the marketing strategy was whatever the product that is manufactured by the manufacturer, it must be purchased by the consumer. But nowadays, whatever the consumer are going to demand for the product, the manufacturer used to manufacture the product as per the wish, as per the need, as per the demand, as per the taste and preferences of the consumer. So hence we can say that this product is, or the business is, a customer or the consumer centric. Whatever the product that is demanded by the consumer, we are supposed to provide them. If we provide them, they get satisfied and they can become a loyal customer for the particular brand, as it has a fluctuating life cycle. So as we had studied in the earlier session, the life cycle of a product. So how it is going to start? It is going to start from the entry phase, followed by the growth phase, followed by maturity phase, and at the end it is going to reach the decline phase, right? So after decline phase, the marketer, he used to use the different kind of the marketing strategy to overcome from the problem, and he is going to start again the process. Again, it is going to start by the entry phase, growth, maturity and decline. From the growth phase to the maturity phase to the sales decline phase. So as we studied in the earlier session regarding the retail life cycle, how it is going to happen. So this retail life cycle starts with the entry phase, followed by growth phase, the peak stage we call it as a maturity phase, and at the end it is going to reach the decline phase. So these are the four phases in the product life cycle. So whatever the product that is newly get introduced in the market, it go through four stages. The first stage is the entry phase. When the product is very new to the market, it is going through the entry phase, followed by the growth phase, and after that it is a peak stage, that is the maturity phase, and followed by decline phase. These are the four phases that the product is going through. From the growth phase to the maturity phase and the sales decline phase. So we are supposed to study all the phases that I had explained in the previous session. So decisions related to the selection of goods or the merchandise management. So what is this merchandise management? So this merchandise is nothing but the tangible good which have the physical existence of the commodity or the good. It is nothing but the management of the tangible good, that we call it as a merchandise management. So in this unit we are going to study the two aspects. One is decisions related to the goods and the second one is decisions related to service. The first one is understanding the consumer demand. This is a very important point that we must keep in mind before manufacture the product, because whatever the product that we are supposed to manufacture, it must be in demand in the minds of the customer, right? So whatever the product, it is in demand in the market, we are supposed to manufacture such a kind of product. If we manufacture the product which is not at all demand in the market, so there is a possibility of loss. So we are supposed to manufacture the product that is in demand and that is in trend in the market. This consumer demand is a economic measure of a group demand for the particular product. So if the consumer is willing to purchase the product, means he can afford the product. To understand the consumer behavior, we are supposed to go with the market research. So we are supposed to conduct a research in the market. We get an idea regarding the demand for the product. Means how we are supposed to conduct the research, like we are supposed to collect all the relevant information regarding the trend of the market, demand in the market, and the customers who are found in the market, means which kind of the customers that is available in the market, and also we are supposed to know the target audience of the product, so we can reach out easily. Customer feedback. So based on the customer feedback also we can make the decision of producing the product. So by taking the feedback from the customers, so we can recognize the demand of the product, right? So if the customer have the good opinion about the product, if the customer give the good rating for the product, means the product is going to satisfy the customer gets satisfied with the product, and he may become the loyal customer for that particular product. So we are supposed to satisfy the customer by providing the good quality of the product. If the feedback is good, no changes are supposed to made in the product, and we can go with the actual thing that we are supposed to do. Sales data analysis. So by analyzing the sales data, we come to know that the demand of the product, means there are number of segments of the product in a same brand. So how we can know the demand of the product? So by collecting the sales data. So by analyzing the sales data, we are supposed to compare, we are supposed to analyze the sales data. How we are going to analyze? Within a specified period of time, what kind of the product is sold and at what quantity and at what price, right? So it is a data which is going to give the complete information regarding the product. Supplier and vendor management. So it is the obligation of the retailer to manage the supplier and vendor. Who is a supplier? The one who is going to supply the goods. Who is the vendor? He is the external person who is going to manufacture the product. He is supposed to supply the product to the retailer. Supplier and vendor management. Who is a supplier or vendor? So supplier or vendor is nothing but the people who is going to provide the merchandise to the retailer. It may be the agent, it may be the wholesaler, it may be the manufacturer. Whoever the people, they are going to provide the product or the merchandise goods to the retailer, we call them as a vendor or a supplier. Of course, the retailer is also vendor. So here in the retail point of view, we are supposed to consider the vendor who is going to facilitate the product to the retailer, right? So under the supplier and the vendor management, supplier relationship. The retailer must maintain a good supplier relationship so that he can make available of the product that is in demand in the market in time for the right person for the right time. Diversification of suppliers. So what is this diversification of suppliers? So instead of depending on one supplier, we have to purchase the product from two or more suppliers. What happens if the supplier stop the supply of the product? So there may be a problem that may occur to the retail business. So if we go with two or more suppliers, so there will be a backup of the product. Negotiation and pricing. So negotiation and pricing is nothing but the negotiation of the contract. Means we do have a contract of 1 year, 3 years and 5 years with a particular supplier. After the completion of that contract, we may continue with the same kind of a supplier or we may shift for the other supplier. So we are supposed to make the contract with the two or more suppliers so that we can available the service or the product in time for the customer as per the demand of the customer. So this negotiation of pricing is nothing but the negotiation of contract and also the pricing. So this negotiation of pricing, so at the end of the day, the retailer may decide the price of the commodity, so based on the demand of the product. Means actually the price of the product will be fixed by the manufacturer, but in terms of uncertainties, in terms of a demand, in terms of a bulk availability of the product, the retailer have the option or the opportunity to decide the price of the product. Next one is assortment planning. So what is this assortment planning? It is nothing but assortment of a product to sell in a particular period or a time. Means there are some product that can be sold occasionally, but that cannot be sold each and every time. Means throughout the year a single product cannot be sold. Say for an example, ice cream. So there is a demand for ice cream or the cool drinks in the summer season, not in the winter or the rainy season. In the same way, there are number of product which is demanded in a particular season. We are supposed to facilitate the product to the customers. Product categorization. So we are supposed to categorize the product based on the demand, based on the season, right? It may be the durables, it may be the perishables. Seasonal and trend analysis. So it is the obligation of the retailer to go with the seasonal analysis and the trend analysis. As I said, during the summer, the retailer may prefer for the bulk quantity of cool drinks and ice creams in the summer. And trend analysis, and the retailer must be aware of the trend that is in the market, means he must be aware of the current trend of the market. Based on the trend, he must sell the product. Next one is private labeling and executive products. So this private labeling is nothing but the retailer, he is going to manufacture product in his brand name. Say for an example, Amazon and Flipkart, it is going to manufacture some kind of the product in their brand name. That is nothing but the private labeling. Inventory optimization. This inventory optimization is the process of maintaining the right quantity of the inventory to meet the demands of the customers. So based on the demands of the customers, we are supposed to maintain the inventory. What happens if we won't maintain the sufficient inventory as per the demand of the customer? He may shift for the other brand. Demand forecasting. So this demand forecasting is nothing but the prediction of demand that may arise in future. We are supposed to make a plan today itself for the future uncertainties. It is nothing but the prediction of demand. Stock turnover rates. What is this stock turnover rates? It is nothing but stock turnover within a specified period of time, means within 3 months, 6 months or 1 year, based on the data that they are going to consider for the recycle of the product. ABC analysis. What is this ABC analysis? This ABC analysis is nothing but categorizing the inventory based on the preferences. So here in the ABC analysis, we are going to give the grade for the inventory, that may be grade A, grade B and grade C or grade D. So based on the preferences in the minds of the customers, that we are going to give the grade for the product, that is ABC analysis. Promotional strategies. We are supposed to use some kind of the master plan to promote our product. Seasonal promotions. So there are some kind of the product which can be promoted in the particular season, as I had given the example. Bundling and cross-selling. So there are a number of the merchandise which can be sold in the bulk quantity, that is bundling and cross-selling. Work down planning. So it is a planning strategy which we are supposed to use to sell the product in the bulk quantity. Technology integration. So there is a integration of the technology so that we can make available the goods or the services in the fingertips by using the smartphones. Whatever the goods that is required, so we can order through online by the smartphones. So retail analytics platform. So if we Google the retail analytics platform, there are number of platforms or the official website that is available to purchase a particular brand of product. Point of sale systems. So we can notice the point of sale system in the retail outlet. So it is going to collect all the relevant data regarding the input of the product and also the output of the product in the retail unit, and it is going to collect all the sales and the purchase information. E-commerce and the digital platforms. So as I said, e-commerce and the digital platform, it is very useful for the customers to purchase the product through online websites or the online applications. Decisions related to the delivery of service. These are the 4 decisions related to the delivery of service. The first one is the service culture. So whatever the service that we are going to render to the customer, it totally depends upon the culture of the service, the system that we had adopted to the customer. Means if the culture of the service is good, the customer like and also the customer gets satisfied with the service that is rendered by the retailer. If a customer doesn't satisfy with the service, means the service culture, we are supposed to change the service culture. So it is the obligation of the retailer to maintain a good service culture in the retail environment. Employee engagement. So this employee engagement is a function of a human resource department rather than the marketing department, because all the employee comes under the human resource department. Means retailer may conduct the training and development program for the development of the employees of the organization. Service quality includes strategies. So the retailer is supposed to use the strategies in the service quality. While rendering the service, the retailer is going to use some master plans. What is the intention of using the master plans? To maximize the sales of the product. It is followed by customer experience. So at the end, the customer must end up with the delight. So if the customer is get satisfied, he is going to end up the experience with delight, or if he is dissatisfied, he is going to end up with the dissatisfaction. So it totally depends upon how the service culture is and how the employee management is, and also how the retailer he is going to promote, how he is using the strategies to facilitate its customer. In the next session, we are going with the concept of pricing. Under the concept of pricing, we are going with the factors influencing the pricing and also the approaches of pricing. So there are many factors that is going to influence the pricing, that is internal and external factors. When it comes in terms of the approach of pricing, there are 3 approaches of pricing that we are going to study in depth in the next session. Thank you.